Alright, now at this point, this is where I cleaned the bed. If your bed isn't nice and clean and smooth, you want this to be as smooth as you can get it. And the manual also recommends that you put paste wax on this thing. Once you've got it nice and smooth, it makes the stuff slide, your wood slide nice and neat. That's what I did, was I cleaned this as best I could. You can still kind of see these wavy lines on it, but I got it as smooth as I could. I didn't want to grind it too much because I still wanted it to stay level. And then I put some paste wax on it, and it's a night and day difference just doing this. I could have probably gotten away with just doing this and not replacing the rollers, but I figured I might as well do both since I've got it apart. So let's put the new rollers in. Here's my first roller. It's new, brand new. Don't forget to put these little metal collars on it. I took these off of the old ones. Put it in place right here. They just slide right on there. Now, the orientation of these things matters because if you'll remember, those gears hooked to these on either side. So in this case, I think the long side comes over on this side because that's where my gears and my pulley and everything else was over here. This is the long side, so it goes in this way. So let's put that in now. And this is my in-feed roller because as the wood, it comes in this way. Alright, let's put the other side back on. Here's your part right here. It just slides right up on here like this. Push it in here just like we did, and we're going to tighten it, just tighten it down like we did. I'm going to put this in first. This is the one that little spring that this guard is attached to. The spring goes on the inside of this here. I don't know if you can see that. The spring just hooks right here, and then this part screws in. I did not move this nut because I don't know if it matters or not. I don't want to change it, but anyway, that little spring on the side of this guard just hooks right here. Let me put this in. We got our flat screwdriver. We'll put that in there. Or flat, our flat screw. We'll put that in next. All right. Looks like that's in there. Now we'll do the other side. Get some needle nose pliers here. I'll pull over here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to get some needle nose pliers and this little hook right here. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm just going to reattach it. It's just for this guard. It's just a spring for this guard, and it attaches to that bolt right there. There we go. And now it's attached. It just makes it spring loaded. Nothing too crazy. Now we'll do the other side. I'm going to put the camera over here so you can see what I'm doing on that other side. We've got our piece here. The way these go in is you've got this right here. Here's the smooth side. It goes through like that. And that fits right there. So you've got the smooth side on the inside here, and this goes right here, and your roller feeds from there through there. Let me go get my roller. Now I've got my new roller for the back side. Don't forget to put these little collars on this thing. You've got to put one on each side. You have to take them off the old roller and put it on the new one. I'm going to do that right now. Now the long side of this roller goes over here because that's where my gears are and everything else. So we're going to fit it right through here like this. Right into that. And we're going to take this side, fit it through like that. screwed in place. I'll do my best to keep my hands out of the way so you guys can see what's going on. Now these little springs, you just adjust those. It's different for every one. So you'll just have to tighten these and loosen these until your wood fits through, and you don't have to push it very hard, but it's still feeding it properly. If it's slipping, you might have to tighten these a little bit. If you have to push too hard, you might have to loosen these some. You just have to do all 4 of them. And this is your out feed roller, and this side is your in feed roller. So next, we'll put the cutter head back on. Alright, here's the cutter head. Here's our other hardware. Now the cutter head, let me back up, that's too close. Now the orientation of the cutter head, it matters too. See how it has a short shaft and a long shaft? The long shaft has to be the outside, just like the rollers, because that's where that pulley and everything attaches. So this is going to be our orientation for this cutter head. Short side over here. This is the front of the machine, so if this is the front, the short goes to the right side of my machine. I don't know if it's different on yours, but on mine, that's how it is. The first thing we do, we take these things here and get them in the right orientation. You've got the bearing just inside there. Now I clean these up, sandwiched right in between these 2 pieces of metal. Now you'll notice it's flat right here, and there's the outside of that bearing there. Now it has a screw here. I don't know what this screw hole is for. Nothing goes into that, but it's on both sides. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's for, but this is how it came out, so that's how I'm going to put it back in. Put it right in there. Get our bearing on there. Now this needs to be on this side, so I'm going to have to change this up. Through there. Bearing on there. Just like that. There's my flat spot. My holes line up. We're going to put this on, and then don't forget the collar on the outside of this after. We'll put that on both sides last. That'll be the last thing we put on, well, besides the pulley, but still, we'll put the collar on after we've got these bearings and these things on. This goes on. This goes to the outside. Goes through here. This nut goes on the inside. I'll do the next one closer so you can see it better. Alright. Okay, here's a closer view of it. This thing fits in right there. Now you got to pull this up a little bit to get it to orientate right. Get that to where it goes flat. And on the other side, once you have that in there, let's put this nut on here. I'm just going to finger tight it for now. We'll go back and we'll cinch all these up in a minute. Just like that. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Same deal on this side. In place. Now this whole thing can move once you get this in here. This whole thing slides. That's what those collars are for. We'll fix that in a minute. Right now I'm just going to slide it over here to get it out of the way so I can work. I hope y'all can see that okay. We'll go back and we'll tighten these real good once we're all said and done. But for now, I'm just finger tightening them. Don't forget to go back and tighten these with your wrench. Now we're going to put the collars on. Collars are pretty simple. All they do is just keep this thing from sliding back in two. They just fit right on here like this. On this side, you push it all the way as far over this way as it'll go because you've got the pulley over here. So this collar here, see, it just fits right over here, and it's got an inside rim here, so I push that up as far as it'll go against this thing. Just like so. And then we just tighten it right here. You want to make sure to get this tight because you don't want it to be slipping while this cutter head is spinning 100 miles an hour. Just be careful, don't strip it. Those things are a nightmare to work with. Now we'll do the other side. Collar on as far as it'll go. Make sure you put the orientation right. The inset side goes to the inside. I almost put it on backwards. This goes to the outside. Let me just tighten her up. Don't tighten this inside the keyway. You want it to bite down on the outside of this shaft, not inside this keyway. So I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to tighten it so it's biting into this shaft and it won't spin. Good. Everything seems tight and in place. It's not going anywhere. Now let's tighten it down for real. Alright, now we're going to tighten this down for real. Get all this stuff good and tight so that cutter head doesn't go anywhere. Oh. Pardon my camera work. Okay, that's done. Now we get to put the pulleys and the cogs, whatever you call them, the things that attach to the rollers. We'll put those back on next. First we'll put this pulley on. Now again, the pulley, the orientation of this pulley, it matters. This screw should be to the outside of this pulley, and this keyway needs to be able to fit in here and inside here as well. So what I do is I line up this keyway like this. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I try to line it up to where it goes through this channel. Let me see if I can get you closer. Try to line it up with this channel here and here at the same time, because it's got to go through both of them for this not to slip. See how we're going to line that up? That keyway should fit right in there, or it should go in the keyway just like that. Now in mine, I put this little groove right here so that that screw could bite into that. So in my case, I want this right over this where this screw is. Now we'll tighten her down. So now the keyway is right in the groove on this, on the shaft and on this pulley. Tighten her down real good. If you don't tighten this good, it could come off and then your cutter head will stop spinning. Now we're going to put these caulks back on.